room. To come on in the room, Taurus, we are going to be focusing on your love reading today. I think I did a reading earlier for you, and I believe that I think it was general, I believe. I'm not really sure. I'll have to go back and check. But we're going to go ahead and get into the love reading, and we are going to do clarifications, Taurus. Okay, I haven't been on live in forever. But Taurus, let's go ahead. Let's get into the reading. Let's see what comes out here for you. Of course, I'm going to start with the one card shuffle here. This is the Taurus. Okay, well, you wanted more than one card to come out. You have the High Priestess and the Ten of Wands came out along with it. I'm only going to take one card, okay? And I know for a fact that with your reading I did, that I posted today, it talked about intuition. I know for a fact that it did. I don't know why this High Priestess is like coming out of your reading so heavily, but this is what I'm saying. We're talking about love, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I see. You do have an unknown party that is going to be coming into your life. Someone who is very, who I feel will win you over. I don't believe that you know this person. Now, this is like a completely different reading from what you're used to, because mostly for a lot of you, you have been dealing with someone from the past. That's just what has been happening. This reading, I don't see it. Starting off this way looks really good. And I like the fact that for you, you are making better decisions and better choices with the people that you deal with, okay? This person you do not know. High Priestess is an unknown person, okay? Now, I do feel like part of this energy for you, you're a little, like your heart is a little divided because you still have feelings and emotions for someone from the past, but you know what you need to do, and that means that you need to move forward, okay? After a while, you'll get to the place where it's not going to be that difficult for you to do, but I still feel a little remnants of emotion. Even if you pay attention to her, it's like something that's on her mind and something that's pressing on her heart. You want love. You want someone that's going to be there for you. And, this is knowing, because part of that little light up area is knowing that you're not going to get it from the person that you have been dealing with. That's just all this means. And you may be a little standoffish to the person who may try to come in here too. Like, I never really talk about that. Like, how is your reaction to the new person that's going to enter? I feel like you're going to be standoffish. And I'm not saying that you're going to do it on purpose. I just feel like, you're a little hurt. And you may be still emotionally unavailable. You're not completely available for this new person, but just know they're going to come in here very soon. And that's what I'm saying. Now, let's go ahead. Let's get your next card. This is for Taurus. I talked a little bit too much with that reading. Let's see. You got the Page of Wands, and look at what's at the bottom of the deck. You got the Three of Swords. I mean, I already know what this is. We talked about it earlier. Like I said, I posted the reading from your reading earlier, and it's saying the exact same thing. Let's say that you guys are single. I will definitely say that you're in this need to feel some type of excitement in your life. You need to be, the sparkle of someone's eye. You need to feel that within yourself. But I just feel like you can't get over this disappointment. You can't get over this feeling of just madness for someone that you have been loving for a very long time. And if you don't get over that, that means anyone that you're going to be dealing with from here on out, just going to be honest, anyone that you're going to be dealing with is going to be a very superficial connection. It's not going to be anything that's going to be deep. And we talked about that in one of yours. I think I posted that on TikTok, right? And I posted it over here. But part of that has something to do with you. You may be just dating just because that's what you need to do. But truthfully, are you really trying to get into something very deep with someone? And I don't know. I feel like that could be something that you could be fooling yourself with. Like, okay, yeah, I want to date. I want to go out. I want to date or whatever. But you refuse to open up the way you need to in order to have a deep connection with someone. Let's go ahead. Let's get your third card, and then we're going to clarify. This is for Taurus. Akia, where have you been? Okay. Four of Cups. I'm not going to even go into what this means. I mean, I feel like that card speaks for itself. And I also feel like this is not just you. Let's say you haven't talked to someone in a while. Let's say there's been, you guys there's been silent treatment. Someone is intentionally ignoring the other person. You're trying not to talk to them. It's hurting them. It's hurting them a little bit. I like the Four of Cups in this reading because it does kind of talk about like ego, right? It talks about like maybe this person, you've hurt this person's ego to some degree. You're really standing your ground. You're ignoring the hell out of them. Like they're like, wait a minute, I'm not used to this. But and then what happens? See, when they really feel it, they're gonna start messaging you. They're gonna start like nudging you. Hey, Taurus, what's going on? See, you may not even know the reason why. I see it. I see that they have some feelings. They feeling a little salty. Both of you are in the same energy of, a little bit curious of wanting each other, can't stop, longing for each other, can't stop wanting each other. But then it's war when you're together. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clarify these cards. I want to see what's going to come out. Sorry, I don't know why it looks a little crooked on camera. But we're going to go ahead and do what it do. Let's get the High Priestess here for Taurus. Look at this. You know it's over. You remember earlier in your reading, it talked about premonition. Even if it's not over, you just know that it's about to be. Why? Because you and this person are not compatible. What are you doing? Why are you carrying them? You babyfying them, making excuses for this person? Pretending that there's something that they're not. There's immaturity written all over this reading, basically. Okay, this person is not here to grow. And see, you see the reason why the High Priestess came out, because you knew that already. This is not something that you didn't know. This is something that you're ignoring, but it's not something that you didn't know. And a lot of you even started the connection with someone. Even if you didn't have history with them, you started the connection in high hopes, think that this person was going to be something that they were not. And you end up paying for shit. You go out with them when it comes down to dinner, and then you end up, paying the bill. Okay, that's just gender roles, but I'm just using it as an example, right? You were like, damn, like I thought. No, you thought wrong with this person. You were carrying them. And so whether it's someone, new that you met, you already cut that off, or someone that you have history with, the Death card talks about this we cannot have this. And that's why you're in this Four of Cups energy, because whether it's happened yet or will happen, you don't like it. You don't like the feeling. Let's get the Page of Wands. Justice card. For some of you, you know that this person who came into your life, you knew that they were not available. Now, for some of you, you knew that they weren't available because they could have been dealing with somebody else. They could have been in a relationship with somebody else, like you knew it. And I don't want to say that, the person, this was a rebound, but it could have been like, if something isn't working right with someone that they're with, you were convenient enough to keep coming back to, or you were the person that they just knew they can have in their corner. See, this person knew that. But this person is broken, torn, and tattered. They are lost. I always say that they're like a bag in the wind. And you knew it wasn't right. This is what the Justice card is basically saying. You already knew that the connection wasn't right, so you can't even pretend that you didn't know. Definitely could not pretend with the High Priestess. Who were you fooling? Not me, not spirit, not even yourself. Again, this is intentionally neglecting your own feelings and emotions for someone that you just really want so much. You don't see your future with this person. Even though you may believe that this person may change, you know that this is not going to be long term, that there's no longevity here. The Justice card sitting in your position talks about you desire to have a right connection. But are you taking the steps to actually have one? Let's get the Four of Cups. Ooh. This could be someone that you may have children with too, by the way, because that was the Empress card that tried to come out. Okay. Oh, this person does have feelings for you. And I do see someone who has feelings for you. They caught feelings. Because when they come back around, they get excited as hell. Taurus, I miss you, baby. I love you so much. I miss you. And then they start saying things. We're going to go on a trip. We're going to go, go out to dinner. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And they don't follow through. A lot of you are going to be experiencing this. A lot of you are going to be experiencing someone excited as hell. We actually kind of see that with the page, right? You're sharing that energy with them. They get so excited because now, the silent treatment is over. Now they're talking to you. They miss your energy. They miss your touch. And you'll be making all these big plans. And they're not going to follow through. Why? Because that other situation, the other issue, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's an issue because of, I'm not going to say I don't care that they have abandonment issues. I mean, it is something else major standing in the way of you and this person that's causing them not to grow mature, like emotionally. Or they just can't be with you for whatever reason. The truth of the matter is that this person is pretending. Like, it's obvious. I do feel like they have feelings for you, but just little, I always say this, little poquito, right? Just a little bit, just enough to want you to come back around, but not enough to change. I just don't see it. Let's get 2 more cards. There we go. Let's get 1 more. This is for Taurus. Thank you. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Taurus. Damn. You got the Queen of Wands. You got the Ace of Swords. We haven't even clarified it, and the Devil card came out, man. When I tell you, that's the scary thing to see. Because that's you. Has nothing to do with this person. We already know this person is, we already talked about them. We already talked about they got some issues. We already talked about that most likely they have been broken for whatever reason. That's not why the Devil card is coming out. The Devil card is coming out for you. Oh, I miss them so much when they're not here. I can't stop thinking about them. I'm longing for them. That is going to be over and done. That's the reason why the Death came out earlier in the reading. This is making the impossible possible. Universe working in your favor to cut someone off because something is becoming very clear to you that this is not going to work. I love you. I love you so much, Taurus. I love you. And you're like, I love you too. I love you too. But then the elephant is in the room. Like, what are you willing to do to keep me around? And again, I feel like when they say it, they mean it. Like, I'm not going to even say that they don't mean what they say when they're saying it at the time. I feel like if they're saying they want to go on a trip, they want to go on a trip. I feel like if they say that they love you at that time, they love you. If they say that they want to do something, that's what they mean at the time. But then again, we're dealing with someone who's emotionally unstable and someone who just fly off the seat of their pants, so to speak. But you already know this. You already know this is how this person is. This is not anything that's just brand new to you. You already know. You're not a victim to this person by no means. You like the way they hurt you a little bit. You like the tug of war. It makes the relationship a little exciting. It keeps you from being bored. It makes you feel like you have a purpose in life. And part of you feels sorry for this person to some degree. You feel sorry. You're like, I want to help you. I love you. I want to help you. And I love that aspect about you. I love that you can love that way. I've told you this before, Taurus. I told you that. But the thing is, you got to start realizing when things are becoming unhealthy. And why are you holding on so tightly? Now, you got a Queen of Wands in your reading. Now, this is trouble. This is trouble. But I got to see if the trouble is you or if I got to see if the trouble is somebody else. Now, this is your reading, so of course this is you. But I got to see what's happening here with this Queen of Wands. We're about to see. We're definitely about to see. Sorry. This is for Taurus. I saw what tried to come out. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. Let's get to. Thank you. Look at this. King and Queen of Wands. Hello. Love it. Ooh, oh my gosh. We got the Sun card. We got the Two of Pentacles. I told you it was trouble. I told you. Isn't it amazing that that Two of Pentacles is sitting right before that Ace of Swords? Isn't it amazing? I think I told you earlier that you had somebody else in your reading. That's the trouble. Not necessarily for you, but for your person and for your emotions. You cannot deny that this person is making you happy as hell. Look at this. This is you. This is how you feel with this person. Remember, any king or the King of Wands is a new person. The Queen of Wands is a new person. Even if the King of Wands didn't come out, I could tell that's a new person. That is somebody completely different. And then the Two of Pentacles came out. That confirmed it even more because you're like, damn, I'm in a dilemma. There's a problem here. I'm in a dilemma. I don't know what to do. I don't even know why you would even be weighing your options. Why are you doing that? I may have to go backwards for a second because what's making you feel like, oh my God, should I go with this person? Should I go with the next person? It should be obvious, but I'm trying to figure out what's making you pause a little bit. What is this person that you've been knowing doing? Because I told you that they love you. I saw the card that came out. I never said that your person didn't have feelings for you. I never said that. But is it because they're showing it, or is it because you are intuitive enough to feel and know that they do, and that is what hurts? It's like, I know that they love me. Maybe they can't help what they're doing. And I've been through so much. Their mama done beat on them. They didn't have no parents. They've had a hard time with their job. I just don't want to leave them out there like that. I think that's what it is. I kind of feel like that's what it is. You feel some type of obligation towards this person in some kind of way. And it's not because they're like an incredible mate. I feel like you just feel a little obligated. And you don't want to leave them behind. You feel like you're just completely dumping them in the trash. And your loyal nature you can't take that. Or maybe the Two of Pentacles is more so you saying, how should I handle this? I done fell in love with somebody else. I done start liking someone else. This person put the sun in my life. Now, how am I supposed to handle this? Oh, you guys are going to be you're going to be in a tough spot. But then here it is with the Ace of Swords. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Oh, this year is going to be tough for a lot of people. I'll tell you that. Ace of Swords. Okay. All right. Ooh! Lord have mercy. Look at the bottom card. Listen. When I tell you can't say the universal God ain't good, right? Because then they give us messages. Remember I was just telling you how it was going to be so hard? Look at this. Can y'all see that? Is it down enough so you can see that? You see how it's like, no, please don't go. Please don't go. You're being torn apart. Now, remember, this is not, I get it. It's a mother and a child, right? We already told you, you're the nurturer. It doesn't matter. We're not talking about kid. We're not talking about that right now. We're not in a general reading. We're talking about love, okay? All right? You're the nurturer. You know they are incapable of loving you. This is an infancy. This is where they are, and you're grown. You surpassed them emotionally. This is going to hurt. Let's go ahead and get to it. How do we know? Well, the Two of Swords came out. We already said that was interesting that the Two of Pentacles came out right before the Ace of Swords, and then it was like, no, I want them to know. I want them to know that this is a decision. I want them to have, and there's going to be no doubt that what I'm talking about is a decision-making situation. We talked about it earlier when I posted that whole thing from TikTok, and now. We're not going to leave any doubt in Taurus' mind that this is going to be major. Two of Swords, Ace of Swords hitting. Oh no, you're going to be very clear about what to do. Remember we kept on saying how the immaturity was there, and then the King came out with the King of Cups. You're not dropping an immature, insecure person for another immature, insecure person. You're dropping the person that doesn't have the means to do that in his lifetime for someone who's already about that life. This is the reason why you're lit up so much. This is the reason why you're so happy here with the Sun card. That's the reason why. Only a King of Cups can make you shine like that. That's the only time. And then it came out with the Ten of Cups. I mean, this is obvious why you're picking this person. This is obvious because your emotions are being fulfilled. They're being met. Emotionally, your feelings and all of that is being met. And it is hitting the Ace of Swords, which says that's the truth and nothing but the truth. This is what you're going to have victory over. That's it right there. But you got to get the monkey off your back, because that's what the Devil card is. That's what the Devil card is. The Devil is the monkey on your back. That's the addiction. It is the codependency to this person. The codependency, the idea that nobody could replace them. And for you single people, the fear that it will never come. Because if you were to go and look back for you single people who haven't really dealt with anyone with that High Priestess, and I kept saying this person is unknown. You don't know them. But it's also the fact that it's not unknown because you don't know when the hell it's going to happen. Or if it's going to happen. For you who got the reading, you already know. Okay? But I'm saying sometimes being patient even test your faith, even in that. Because you're dating. And you're also being rejected. I never said it was going to be your person is going to come in here and they're going to be a knight in shiny armor, the next person you meet. No, I'm not saying that. I can tell that it's not that way because the Four of Cups is here. That means you're still struggling. And the more you date and the more you feel rejected by that person, or you have to reject those people, the more the reality of happiness seems very dim. It does not feel real to you. And so the Devil card is like, that's the monkey on your back. This is what you can't get rid of. That's the feeling that you can't get rid of. I want to go ahead and clarify it. This is for Taurus. Let's clarify. And this doesn't matter, you know, what situation you're in. We're going to clarify it. And we're going to see some things we may not want to see, right? With this Devil. Oh no, this was definitely for a lot of you. Look at this, Eight of Swords. Oh no, for a lot of you, gripped by fear. You got the Six of Pentacles, you got the Seven of Pentacles. You got the Page of Jeez Louise. You got the Page of Cups and you got the Chariot card. Lord have mercy. You're trying to move forward with this Chariot card, and they are making it extremely hard for you. You can't even say that this is not a test. You couldn't even say that this isn't a test. Because how can you move forward when there's something blocking your wheels? Because here they are. There's the immature, insecure person. We already saw the king. But remember when I said the devil was you? Vulnerability is gripping your very soul. You are so vulnerable to them because you don't want to stop giving. Because part of the giving, you think that you're watering it. And this is what's making you feel very helpless. You're like, I don't know. Like, this happens with people new, by the way. You guys just think that this is somebody who you got history with, or that people who have history with somebody. No, this happens with people that you just met. You like them so much, and you're like, the only thing I got to do, let me just see if I can hang in there with them. Maybe, because part of the Chariot card is optimism. I'm trying to water this a little bit, trying to be a little patient, because the Page of Cups is that. You want to give a little bit more here with the Seven of Pentacles. You want to invest a little bit more of your time with the Seven of Pentacles. It's not just with people who have been in long-term committed relationship. Get out of here. You already know that's not true. But you have to look at the reason why this is happening too. What is the backstory behind it? The backstory behind it is the devil. Your reason for even accepting it, for investing in it, for even giving into it is your vulnerability. Some of you don't even feel that you are lovable. Maybe you haven't had the type of love that you're supposed to have. That's abandonment issues. Here it is, somebody on a Chariot card come into your life, and in the next minute, they're out of your life, including your parents. Someone that you knew even as a child. Vulnerability is that. Part of the Chariot card also talks about, have you ever felt like you were the center of attention? Did you feel special ever? The devil knows exactly what to do to get you on your knees. And that is the purpose of it. This is the reason why you do what you do. This is why you're doing what you're doing. Whether you're single or with somebody else, the devil is like, I already know your flaws, Taurus. You can't fool me. So I'm going to go ahead and give you exactly what you are desiring, what I feel you're going to fall for. That's what I'm going to do for you. But we already saw that you were going to overcome it, right? We saw the Chariot card. Hello. I love it. I love it. Because see, one thing about Taurus, you guys are like, baby, I'm not going to be staying in this. You're not going to keep me in this Eight of Swords energy forever. That ain't going to happen. You're not going to keep me in this Eight of Swords. We already knew. We already know because we saw the Death card. Okay. This is just me being dramatic. You need to hear this. Okay. This is part of your therapy. You need to hear this. We already know you ain't going to stay there forever because we saw the Fool card. The new beginning has already happened, even if you haven't experienced it on this plane yet. But just know when you move in this new direction, just know that when you start to move, that part of those triggers that you may start feeling, Devil card trigger, with other people, and you start feeling that, just let it roll off your back. Because that king is coming. The Sun card trumps everything here. Everything. Everything that's here, the Sun card trumps it. The happiness is going to come no matter what. And it's attached by actual feeling with the King of Cups and the 10 of Cups, which is long-term fulfillment. The ultimate fulfillment. That's what you're going to be able to experience. Let's get your last card here. This is for Taurus. You got stars in your eyes, Taurus. You know it's coming. You know it's coming, Taurus. There we go. Speaking of star. Speaking of stars, right? There it is. Three of Pentacles. This is actually really brilliant. This has so much. This is like layered totally. This is totally layered. I want to show you the major arcana that's at the bottom of the deck before we get into the Three of Pentacles. The Strength card, that's what you need. That's what you need. So to stop beating yourself up because you're trying to figure out why it's so hard for you to move on. It's just because that is the journey that you're on right now. This is a part of your life experience. But it also gives you enough strength to move on to people who are going to be way more cooperative, people who are going to communicate. Threes talks about communication, who are very good communicators, actually. People who are going to give you confidence, because part of the Strength card is lying. You have more confidence in yourself. You have more confidence in the relationship that you're going to be entering. And more importantly, the Three of Pentacles talks about a relationship that is workable. I can work with this. This person I can work with. And it's what you see. The Sun card helps you see that, helps you to see that this person is workable. I can do this. This is something that I can do. And you actually feel it because now it's time for you to move on. And I'm telling you right now, that Death card was it right there. I already knew. Where you guys are right now, where you're holding on to something, that is not going to be your story in 3 years. You're going to be like, man, I cannot believe like this. That was absolutely true. Like I was in love with this person for 20-something years. I never thought that I was going to be able to move on from this person. That's the brilliance of the planets. That's the brilliance of God's plan. And that's what we don't do. We don't question God. It puts you in places that you never thought that you would ever be. Who can shock you more than Universal God? Who can shock you more than that? I see you settled in with this Three of Pentacles. And if you pay a close attention, doesn't this look like a bridal party? Don't that look like it? Like, you know, like you got the bridesmaids and, you know, they got their little flowers in their hand and all of that. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I feel like that's kind of what it looks like to me. I think we talked about that. I think we talked about long-term is going to be there for you in the future. So this is what I have for you, Taurus. You guys already know I love you with all my heart and soul. I really do. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, all of that information is down below. And I will see you guys back here again soon. Bye.